Hello everyone, it's Milky Cat here, and welcome back to my channel. I apologize for being gone for a while. I've just been busy with a lot of things, and also I apologize if my voice sounds a little bit congested. I don't even know why I sound like this. I'm not even sick. Okay, well, maybe I spoke too soon. Honestly, I really do hope that I am sick so I can have some days off work. But anyway, in today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, we're going to be talking about Songbird ASMR. You've probably seen her face around TikTok, along with her husband Chuck. I remember when I was younger, Songbird was really popular for the wrong reasons because everybody was just dogging on her. And this was about like in 2019, so I wasn't really expecting her to get popular again in 2025, but let's get a little bit of the lore going. So if you don't know who Songbird is, her real name is Crystal, and she makes mukbangs on the internet, sometimes with her husband Chuck, as I said before. And a lot of the videos of her and her husband eating have gone viral because the way that they eat is really gross. Like, they managed to make whatever food they're eating look nasty. Another thing Songbird went viral for is the way that she talks. She has something that's called marble mouth. At least that's what people have been calling it on the internet. Basically, when she talks, she sounds like a Sims character. It's just very incomprehensible. It sounds like she's speaking her own language, and somehow her husband understands her.
This reminds me of so much, brings back like a memory. So this is like...
We can go together. Oh yeah, we all go together and try it, because I like Indian food too.
Parents, my mom specifically, would often go machak, like part of my sister's routine before like correct yourself into, my first scene.
Very action music. Our musicals can be kind of upbeat.
And he speaks the same way, so I'm just like, can y'all like understand each other or like what? Her and her husband also do some very nasty things while eating, like digging in their nose while eating food. I saw a clip of Songbird digging in her butt on the internet and then sniffing her fingers.
As well as like crazy snacks, like from Kroger or something, so. But let's see. But yeah, like I will add that.
And in another clip, I saw Songbird repeatedly digging in her nose in like the same live stream like 5 times, literally. It's just like, if your content is going to revolve around food while you're simultaneously just being very nasty around the food that you're eating, I just honestly don't understand how people would watch her, unironically. But with all of that stuff out of the way, I wanted to talk about the things that Songbird and her husband Chuck have done, because I don't want you to think that I'm talking shit about these two people for no reason. No, they have done a lot of bad things on the internet, and they also have done a lot of bad things in real life. The first thing that I wanted to get into is the fact that Songbird has said the N-word on live, and she obviously didn't just flat out say the N-word. Somebody was trolling her on live. They said their first name was Nick, last name Gurr, and obviously that sounds like the N-word with the hearty R, and it's a way for people to troll. But the way that Songbird said it so fast, it feels like she knew what she was doing. And after she said it, she had like this smirk on her face, which furthers my point that she probably knew what she was saying.
Happy birthday, Nick girl. I love it. Firstly, I want to apologize for anything that I might have said homophobic or racist against LGBT community or the Black Lives Matter movement.
She made an apology video about this, but she deleted it after, which proves how sorry she really is. She also made a transphobic comment in a Discord server saying that someone is a female but believes they're a male. And that's kind of crazy to me because she literally said this about trans people, but then made a video of her eating like 30 cupcakes with Chuck for Pride Month. And then you deleted your apology video for being ignorant as hell. Now to my second point of what Songbird and her husband Chuck have done. They neglected their son. Now, I don't know specifically how old he is, but I do know that he is probably like elementary school aged. But basically, her son had a bunch of holes and cavities in his teeth. It was extremely bad, and Songbird excused this by saying she didn't know that she had to help her son brush his teeth. And I believe at the time her son was about 7 or 8 years old, and it's just like, Songbird, there's no way you didn't know, because these are basic duties as a mother, especially if your child is that young. Like, he's not even 10. She also said that she was trying to give her 7-year-old son more independence by not monitoring him, because when I think giving a 7-year-old more freedom, I think giving him more screen time or letting him stay up a little bit later, not literally letting his teeth rot out of his skull.
When we took him to the dentist a month or two ago, we did find out that he had some cavities and holes in his teeth. I learned later on that you're actually supposed to help your kids still brush their teeth fully until they're like 7 or 8 years old, and we had been trying to give him a little bit more independence, and we weren't like monitoring him. So in the end, it was mine and my husband's fault that this happened.
Now to my third point, Songbird and Chuck are related, and Songbird has said this out of her own mouth, and she has also said that her parents are related. She tried going back on her word by saying her and Chuck aren't related and by saying that her parents aren't related, but the videos of her saying that are still on the internet.
Parents did incest. No, they did not.
That is the weird thing of my parents being related.
Oh, the true relation. We are 11th or 12th cousins.
We are?
So Songbird is in fact inbred, and she is also related to the Whitakers. And if you don't know who the Whitakers are, they are an extremely inbred family, and Songbird herself has admitted herself, again, that she was related to the Whitakers. Also, Songbird's alleged aunt got online to expose that in high school, Songbird had been having an incestuous relationship with her cousin. They would send letters back and forth, and Songbird would sneak out to go see him, to the point of her dad having to like lock up everything in the house to make sure that she didn't get out. And when they eventually got caught, Songbird tried to lie and say that her cousin assaulted her. But when the police came over to arrest her cousin, he ended up showing the police the emails and the letters that they had been sending back and forth to each other. And I will play the clips of Songbird's aunt getting online and going off on her and Chuck.
Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a long one, so bear with me. Okay, first of all, Crystal was 15 or 16, and she had a 6-month-long incestuous relationship with her cousin Cody, where they were sending emails and letters back and forth. She would sneak out of the house in the middle of the night until her father caught wind of it, and he bought door alarms and lasers and cameras and set the house up to where she couldn't sneak out anymore. She did, once she was caught, she tried to say that Cody raped her, which, when police went to arrest Cody for the supposed rape, he brought in all of the letters and all of the emails and shared them with the police that proved, in fact, that Crystal was lying.
Chuck, I just found out you blew up on my sister over the that's getting put online. What is this I heard about you guys the other day, a few months back, saying Evan was a mistake? You guys need to get this eating channel taking it down. The whole family is tired of this. My sister, the only one that's, even your parents are sick of it. And I don't know why you guys got to keep this up. You got a master's degree in college and you're doing nothing but sitting at home and shoving your face in front of a camera. I know that's not paying y'all's bills, but you need to man the up and be a husband. She needs to be having that baby when he's not in school. She did not have that baby for everybody else to raise, and if she's scared to be alone with him, maybe she should have thought about that and actually give him to somebody who will take care of him constantly. That boy has no stability. I mean, he can't even sleep or play in his room because you guys' ASMR equipment is taking over the house. Crystal has my phone number if I am the problem. You know what? If you want to discuss me, I'm the best person to discuss me with.
But another thing that I wanted to mention in the video clips is the fact that Chuck and Songbird's ASMR equipment would overflow the house and her son's room to the point where he couldn't even sleep comfortably in his own room because their ASMR equipment would take up the whole entire house. Another thing that Songbird has done that's rubbed me the wrong way is in a video I saw online, Songbird basically called her husband Chuck unattractive.
So, I mean, I wouldn't have minded dating a guy that looks just like him. I mean, I know he's not the most attractive guy, but he looks nerdy and geeky, but
Also, speaking of Chuck and Songbird's relationship, their marriage has been very rocky. In a nutshell, Songbird was basically in the hospital for an ED, and Chuck was going to divorce her while she was in the hospital.
But that's not the end of the story.
No.
After she got out of that chemically induced coma, I basically gave her an ultimatum. Because I'd been there with her throughout the whole thing. I'd done everything in my power.
Here's about ready to give up on my...
And Chuck also threatened to divorce Songbird over drama online. Another thing is, in videos with Songbird and Chuck, Songbird would be extremely greedy with food, and of course I'll play a few clips as examples.
My favorite combo. I like the walnut shrimp. No. Well, do you want one more bite?
Oh, sure. I'll have one and shrimp. Oh.
Can I have one bite too?
Sure.
Thank you. Aw. I'm cute with you. It's not like really chewy.
You're making me want to try it.
No, we have to get some next time.
But it just really irritates me so bad when Songbird will literally almost choke on food simply because she just wants to be greedy. Also, when Chuck attempts to try a bit of Songbird's food, she'll be extremely stingy as if they don't have a whole table of food in front of them. It's just so annoying and irritating because there's zero reason why she needs to be that stingy and greedy. But anyway, I think this is where I'm gonna wrap things up. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. And as always, if you guys have any video ideas, please make sure to let me know. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!